Hello fellow book nerds and welcome back to my channel. Today I will be doing my June TBR. It also double ups as my Panemathon TBR as well. So the readathon is a month-long readathon and I'm part of District 10, which is the livestock district. The group book for that is Animal Farm, but I'm going to be reading that as a bonus book, as well as Mockingjay. It's going to be a bonus book for me to read because I couldn't really fit them in with any of the prompts of the video. So for District 1, which is the luxury district, the prompt is read a 5-star prediction, and I had to pick the Ballads of Songbirds and Snakes. This is it's recently been released and it is a prequel to the Hunger Games trilogy. And I'm super excited to read it. I know nothing about it apart from that it follows a young President Snow. I don't think he's president. I'm not sure if he's president or not in this book, but it follows him when he was younger. And I'm quite interested to see that side of things because we'll see how he turned out to be how he was when he was older, which is quite interesting. Yeah, I am really excited to read this and I really do hope that it is a 5-star read for me because I love the Hunger Games trilogy. For that, for District 2, which is the Masonry and Defence District, I believe, the prompt is to read a book with armour, weapons or a shield on the cover. And I've got 6 crows. This is a beautiful edition, and as you can see there are some guns there and some knives there. I've been in a really big fantasy mood lately, and again, I know nothing apart from, I think it's like set in the Grishaverse, and it's about 6 very like different unique people band up and they go on a heist. I just know it sounds very interesting and I'm again very intrigued by this book, and obviously the cover, because the cover is just beautiful. Okay, so the next district is District 3, which is the technology district, and the prompt is to read a sci-fi. The sci-fi that I've chosen is Speed. This was a gift to me from my district leader actually, Kira. She gifted this to me, I think it was at the beginning of May, and I haven't read it yet. However, this is the perfect opportunity to do so. She didn't know that I was dying to read this book, so she had some good senses, some good instincts when she picked this book. Really excited to read it. It's set in like an apocalyptic world, so there's about 2 bloggers and I think they're trying to figure out the whole reason behind this apocalypse and things like that and find out what really happened, which yeah, I'm down for. Yeah, I'm very excited. Thank you, Kira, for sending me this. So for District 4, which is the fishing district, the prompt is to read a book that is set in the sea, around the sea or on the sea, I believe. And for this I picked Catching Fire. I do believe that it's set on an island surrounded by the ocean for the majority of this book, so that's why I picked this, because I've been trying to get the Hunger Games series in for these prompts because I want to reread the series before I read the Ballads of Songbirds and Snakes. So for District number 5, which is the Power and Electricity district, the prompt is to read an ebook, an audiobook or read a book at night, and I chose the audiobook for Beneath the Sugar Sky by Shauna Maguire. I've been buddy reading this series with Brooke from Brooke's Books, and hopefully she'll be up for reading that this month because we have both enjoyed the series so far and I know I can't wait to get onto this 3rd book, so hopefully I'll be able to do that. So for District number 6, which is the Transportation district, the prompt is to choose to read a book that is set outside your own country or your own world, and this I think is quite an easy one because a lot of books aren't going to be set where you live. I certainly haven't read one that's set where I live, really. I picked Coraline because this is definitely not in my world. I watched the film years ago and it was creepy and terrifying when I watched it, so I thought I would give the book a try. This is also going to be one of the books that I do for my 24-hour readathon, where I read 3 middle grade books, because that's a genre that I thought I wouldn't pick up, haven't picked up in years, so I decided why not do a readathon and pick it up again and see if I actually can get into the genre again. So for District 7, which is the Lumber District, the prompt is to read a book that is set in nature or has nature on the cover. For that, I've picked A Place Called Perfect. I don't think it's set in nature, but as you can see, there are some lovely little creepy flowers with eyes in. So not quite natural nature, but they're flowers, so I think that counts. Also going to be reading this in my readathon. So for District number 8, which is the Textiles District, the prompt is to read a book with 3 or more colours on the cover. For this, I've picked Small Spaces. As you can see, it has yellow, purple and black and pink on it, so that's more than 3 colours. It also has white, but this is another middle grade that I'm reading for my readathon. I think it's like a middle grade horror or thriller or something like that. I saw Perks of a Book Flower post on Twitter this cover and the cover of another book. That's what actually inspired me to do my readathon, because like, oh, those covers look quite nice, maybe I should, you know, give them a try. And when I read the synopsis, like, okay, maybe I can get into these types of middle grades. So not quite sure what it's about. I'm trying to leave these middle grades as far from my mind as possible so that when I read them it is mostly a surprise. So for District 9, which is the Grain District, the prompt is to read a book that begins with the letter G. I don't own any books that begin with the letter G. The host actually did say that you can pick a book that has the before the word that begins with G, so we can ignore the word the. However, I did actually find a book that I'm quite intrigued by, Gods of Jade and Shadow. From what I know, it's set in like Mexico, and it's about this girl who makes a deal with a god. I was intrigued, and I think a few of my favourite booktubers read the book as well and recommended it or gave it a high rating. I was like, oh, maybe I should check it out, that could be quite interesting. It doesn't sound like a book that I have really read before. It sounds quite different from what I usually read. So for District 9, which is the Livestock District, and it is my district, the prompt is to read a book that has an animal as like a character that features in the book, or with a animal on the cover. And for this, I picked The Hunger Games. You can't really see it, and technically it's not an animal, but it is. It's the Mockingjay pin, but the Mockingjay is actually a real animal in the Hunger Games world. So I feel like it counts, because even though it's not like a main feature, it does show some prominence in the books. For District 11, which is the Agriculture District, the prompt is to read a book that showcases a strong sense of friendship. And I picked The British Telegrapher. That I am going to be reading this on ebook. I watched the film of this book when I was younger, and I absolutely fell in love with it. There is such a strong sense of friendship throughout that book, and it actually that film stuck with me for years. And actually, I would really love to read this book. For District 12, which is the Mining and Coal District, the prompt is to read a book that either has fire in the title or flames or fire on the cover. And for this, I picked A Dance of Flames. It was a gift from Connor from Connor's Library Corner, so thank you very much, Connor. It's quite a short book, as you can see, which is quite nice. This is about magic users. There's very strict rules against magic, as is always the case apparently, or seems to be anyway, and they have to survive and kind of fight for their lives and stuff like that. So it'll be interesting to see. And that was it for my June TBR. And if you're joining in with this readathon, may the odds be ever in your favour.